Well, good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here, and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up here, guys. How you doing on this Friday afternoon? It's like 4:30 right now. Tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, we will be doing our live stream. And in the studio, well, not in the studio, but joining us on the live stream will be one Skywalker Steele as we start figuring out how the heck we fix this shit sandwich that is the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys, I got to tell you, man, it's been a disappointment. I know it's a COVID year and things like that, but I'm sick and tired of hearing excuses from people about it's a COVID year, you got injuries. Well, guess what? Everybody's got injuries. Everybody's been dealing with COVID, and I have seen teams that are less inept than ours that were cellar dwellers. In fact, I dare say that all of a sudden there is a sense of urgency for the Dallas Cowboys right now. Right now, the Cowboys, everybody all of a sudden is coming in realizing this sucks. And I think the pivotal moment that maybe we'll look back and say, enough is enough. It literally like,
enough is enough. I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. Everybody strap in. I'm about to open some fucking windows.
I think that this was the come to Jesus moment for the Dallas Cowboys, was when the Cowboys were flexed out of a prime time slot. The fact that you had two historic franchises, the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers, that were set to play on Sunday Night Football, get moved to 1 o'clock. To 1 o'clock, something that has never happened to the Dallas Cowboys before. Even though the Cowboys, here's the thing, the Cowboys still, people want to watch. You know, you got to understand that Stephen A. Smith is Cowboy hater number one, because the bottom line is this: as long as people are watching, you don't care why they're watching. I just need you there to be part of the show, whether you love me or hate me. And the more you comment about me, the happier I am, because the more money he will make. And that's why Stephen A. Smith is getting the big bucks. It's not that Cowboy fans love him. No, it's because we go in there and we keep talking about how bad he is on Cowboys and stuff. And he is taking it to make a boatload of money out of it. So I ain't mad at him. I'm just like, how can I be like that? So the Cowboys, as bad as we were, we still had over 30 million people watch us on Thanksgiving. And you know, Jerry Jones, being the narcissist that he is, hey, you know, we're not winning, but they're still talking about us. We're still relevant. You know, we still got the people watching us. But the NFL said, Jerry, come here, come here, come here. Boom. We're kicking your game to 1 o'clock. And if that wasn't enough, it wasn't like they were saying, you know what, we're going to take Seattle, New Orleans, or we're going to take Green Bay and Green Bay and, I don't know, Green Bay and somebody, or Green Bay and say Kansas City, and we're going to move them to Sunday night. No. They took the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants, a Giant team that hasn't beat you since 2016, Copizzle. So as you keep saying, bend the knee, you ain't busted a grape as far as the Dallas Cowboys. And this is during a year where we suck, where we stink. So take your swamp rat ass back to your channel. Just take it back there. Get back to me when you actually do something. But you're hearing Jerry Jones today, literally today, Jerry Jones has had one of those come to Jesus moments where he talks about him as himself as the GM. And I quote here, when you work for yourself, as in you're self-employed, there's no firing him, as in he's talking about himself. You got to change him. He's talking in the third person. Okay. And he's got to change the direction he's going. I've worked all my life for myself, but I've had to change directions many times. So I will change, and I can change. Raise your hand if you believe that Jerry Jones is going to change, because I was always told that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Jerry Jones ain't changing. He's not. I will not hold my breath waiting to see that. Maybe I'm hoping, because if you're really looking at saying, I've got to change, okay, then do this. Do this. Take the title of GM off of your name. Just say, I am now the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. Say, Will McClay, you are now my GM. This is your baby to run. Unless you're doing something like that, then don't feed me crap. Don't pee on my head and tell me it's raining, because that's what you've been doing to us. Because you've said before, if I had a GM that was like me out there working for me, I'd have to fire him. You've admitted that you stink at the GM position, that you're running this like a mom and pop shop. But yet nothing changes. You got Mike McCarthy, I think, feeling some of that pressure too, because Mike McCarthy is now going to the players, because, when shit falls, when shit happens, it goes downhill. So Jerry Jones is looking in the mirror and saying, you know what?
I think that's a part of leadership, is to have some of the guys that have gone before that have been disappointed to share it with everybody involved. For me, it's a reminder. I, too, have been here 23 years. And it is a reminder. I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so, having said that, I want me some glory hole.
I have that perspective.
So I have that perspective.
Yeah, Jerry Jones wants to get back to glory hole days. So Jerry Jones is going to pass that on to Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy is going to pass that on to the other coaches as well as the players. Shit rolls downhill. It just does. And you're hearing now the players like Jalen Smith saying, I've got to perform better. I got to do better. Everybody has to do better, from the owner / GM to the coaches, to the players, to the trainers, to the damn ball boy. Because you cannot accept what we're doing right now. You have to have accountability. And until you recognize that there is a problem, you cannot fix a problem. So in a way, I guess I'm happy to hear this, but actions speak louder than words. I hope that this isn't just a whole bunch of BS that's being fed to us, that now all of a sudden 12 game in after you've now lost your prime time, game, that you're now irrelevant in the grand scheme of the NFL, that maybe this will wake all of you guys up. I've been a Dallas Cowboy fan for a long time, and this is about as low as I've ever felt. Seriously. I'm hoping that maybe this is actually rock bottom, and we got nowhere else to go but up. Hope you guys tune in tonight. Like I said, Skywalker Steel will be in the house. We're working on coming up with some new things for you guys. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, because we're going to be bringing you some of the best content on the Dallas Cowboys. We're not going to hold any punches. We're going to put it out there like it really is. And we're going to figure out a way to fix the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Mark Holmes, and I appreciate you being here. And I'll see you tonight.